Welcome all to yet another episode of Duologue, a dialogue with corporate leaders. Before I start, a few words about our institute. DJ Academy for Managerial Excellence, or DJAM, was established in the year 2001 by late Dr. D. Jayavardhanavelu, who was a past chairman of Lakshmi Mission Works Limited, LMW, Coimbatore, as a unit of GKD Charity Trust. The institute offers a 2-year full-time MBA program recognized by the AICTE, New Delhi, and it's affiliated to the Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. So DJAM was established with an objective of shaping students to evolve into competent and socially responsible business managers. Today, DJAM is poised to enter its next level of excellence in academic, research, and educational outreach. So as a part of this, we conduct programs for the benefit of the entire student community, and Duologue is one such program where the young and bright student minds interact with seasoned business professionals who head world-class organizations. In this episode of Duologue, we have Udyog Ratan and a gem of an entrepreneur and human being, Mr.K.Ramasamy, who's a founder chairman of Industries Limited, Coimbatore. Sir, a big namaskaram to you, and it's my privilege and honor to welcome you to DJAM and to this episode of Duologue. I also Dr. A.G.V. Narayanan, Director, DJAM, my fellow colleagues and students, employees from Roots family and the entire student community and other professionals who have joined us. Thank you very much for joining in from different parts of the country. And Sri Raman sir, shall I share the screen? This is for the benefit of those who are listening to us.
Yes, ma'am, you can go ahead.
Yes. Good morning, Ramasamy sir. Before I start, I want all those who are listening to us to see this beautiful video of your...
At the root of every idea, inspiration. At the root of every design, functionality. At the root of every product, a thirst to add value. Roots, empowering every facet of life. Our journey of excellence began with sound. Today, it is an unwavering measure for quality both on the road and off it. From automobile horns to electrical accessories, we have a product for every need. Our thirst gave us the liberty to dream of transforming spaces into clean environments. In turn, we became the pioneers of industrial cleaning in India. Following our recent footprint in USA, today the world beckons. Demand inspired the thirst within us to forge new paths and cast new impressions in zinc and aluminium. Today, we work with diverse chemistries and mold turnkey solutions for different applications. In our 4-decade-plus journey, attention to detail has helped us define value by pursuing perfection and investing in precision at the micro level. With it, we were able to break boundaries, both geographic and beyond Earth's horizons. Precision is the reason we ventured into minute calibration technologies, both captive and for a wide customer base as well. Today, we are able to envision a cleaner, greener world with tangible products and desirable outcomes. Our roadmap for mass production of electric vehicles endorses this ambition. People make our dreams possible. They are the roots of all that we aspire to be. In turn, our products and services are an integral part of OEM solutions across business and industries. We have always believed in going beyond the traditional confines of commerce, from molding young minds through holistic education to bringing people of multiple faiths together under the universal ray of truth. Healing and curing through the power of nature and nature-driven therapies. We try to find a way into your home to add value. In your furniture or the way you want to raise your child, in the roads you cross or the boundaries you travel, in keeping your world clean and in leaving a greener footprint for tomorrow. We are roots. We add value.
So, sir, even though it's a 5-minute video, I think it's worth it. Worth for all those who are listening to us. And I know that you'll be extremely proud sitting there and, seeing this. So every time a mechanic in Milwaukee facility of Harley Davidson assembles a bike, a little of Kova is added to it, be it the rumbling ride in the US or elsewhere in Europe. 400 grams of electromechanical mass. It's a horn made by Roots Industries India, Coimbatore, is fitted in automobiles across the world. And this brand has more than 250 plus product variants recognized by countries like North America, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and the SAARC region. And it has been 5 decades since inception in 1970. I know that you are a devoted listener. That is what I came to know when I visited your campus. And your colleagues vouch for it, sir. But today, let me turn the tables. We would like to listen to your story, your obsession towards automotive horns, your passion for machines, the joy that you derived as an 8-year-old child in dirtying your hands, servicing your father's Premier Padmini. Now in 2020, you're one of the most respected technocrats of this country. So could you please share your journey and your story to us, sir?
Thank you, Dr. Deepa, Dr. Narayan, for giving me this opportunity to maybe share what I have in my mind with the students and with the participants. You have asked me to share about my journey. maybe, I started, as you said, in a school age. I was in 8th grade. At that time, my hobby was automobile. So I used to service automobiles. And those days, the cars were very difficult to get the cars. You had to book and wait for years to get it. But when my father buys a car, he would fix a Bosch horn to the vehicle. That's from Germany. I asked him, why Bosch horn? Why not an Indian horn? Because the vehicle is Indian. He told me, unfortunately, Indian horns those days don't last longer, and he cannot, wait to go to the electrician to fix it often. So at that time, he said if he buys a Bosch horn from Germany, it'll last until he changes his next vehicle. So that has gone deep into my mind that I should make horn like Bosch. That was the starting point. So then with that in mind, I studied, I collected a lot of samples across the world from all the renowned manufacturers, started to analyze while I was, engineering, doing my engineering. I did my sandwich polytechnic course. I didn't do engineering, bachelor's because, I'm keen to start the industry. The time pressure was in me. Don't want to go to pre-university, then go to 5 years. At that time, 5 years were engineering. I didn't want to wait that. So immediately from the school, I went to CIT. I did the sandwich engineering polytechnic course. That was really a great learning point for me. Unlike just learning in the college, the sandwich course gave me a lot of opportunity to put my hands on in every, equipment, because it's a part-time in the college, part-time in the industry. So I was working in, sponsored by Ramakrishna Engineering Industries, RK, they were manufacturing textile frames with the Japanese collaboration. There, I had the opportunity to operate every machine, from a drilling machine to plano millers, circle, surface grinders, cylindrical grinders, gear milling machines, hobbing machines, every opportunity. So that was a great opportunity. And that gave me a lot of practical insight into what are the manufacturing process, machining, etc. Though nothing to do with horn, but as an industry, I learned a lot from there. Then, I didn't want to, in fact, even the school days, those days, schools had bifurcated courses, from those days, SSLC, not +2. So 10th and 11th grade, you can take a diversified course. You can take either secretarial or engineering or general. So I opted for engineering during the school time itself. So that I learned a basic engineering in school itself, engineering drawing, civil engineering, mechanical basics we learned in the school itself. So when I went to the college, CIT, the drawings, the subject what they taught was almost the same what I learned in the school. So I was a little, not comfortable because I thought I'm wasting my time. But anyway, when I went to the drawing board, drawing class, the instructor would give me, an exercise. I would finish in 10 minutes. It's supposed to be done in 40 minutes. So when he came back, he asked me, why are you sitting? No, sir, I have completed it. He saw that, and then he said, how you could do it so fast? Then I explained, see, I did all this in the school. Apart from that, I learned on my own. Those days, Pitman from UK, we used to get the drawing, guide. So I used to go to intermediate level when I was in the school itself. So I told him, sir, I will appreciate if you give me some exercise from that intermediate level. So he agreed, and he gave me always advanced sums. Like that. That was the encouragement I got in the college. Not that no, you do only this means you are killing the enthusiasm. So that like that we had good teachers and lecturers. But still, I was looking for an opportunity to go to US to study because automobile was my hobby. So I studied only 2 years in sandwich course. Then I got admission in the United States, the Lincoln Technical Institute. And I went there. I dropped out after 2 years, went to Lincoln Technical Institute. There again, automobile was my subject. I specialized in automatic transmission and brake systems. There, I could also, I was the youngest in this college. We call it school there. And anyway, there is a big story. If I started, it will take a long time. It was quite interesting. I stood out first there and it was very interesting. I learned a lot from there. And my idea of going to US is I want to learn and understand the world and then come back and start my industry. That was my only goal. So I immediately on completion, I worked with Ford Motors for hardly 2.5 months just to get the experience, Then I quit and came back and started this industry in 1970 with the idea of, making horns.
Okay.
But, I set a goal. See, Indian standards is there for horns. That is tough compared to European standard at that time. Unfortunately, none of the horns met Indian standard. Nobody had ISI of mark. So I studied even Indian standard will not be sufficient for Indian operation conditions, road usage. You see in India how often we operate the horns. So I set my own standard, say about 2.5 times stringent than the Indian standard or any other standard in the world.
Okay.
So I started work based on that standard. I faced a lot of failures. Those days availability of material, high quality material was very difficult, and communication, unlike nowadays, we have no internet or Google or anything to search. So it was always difficult to locate the right material. But it took a long time. You write a letter, you get a reply after maybe 30 days or 40 days. So now, email and Google you can do in minutes. So that was going on and on. I would face a lot of failures. Point plate will break, point will fracture, and diaphragm will crack like that. But anyway, I could locate a company in Belgium who could supply me the material for the diaphragm. That I succeeded in that. Then in 1982, it's after 12 years, only I could perfect the product.
Okay.
Until 12 years, what to do? I did not sell the horn, but I had to make money. So I did automobile servicing. I did, those days, changing petrol engine to diesel engine in the car was a big business because petrol.
Even you started a garage, I believe, sir?
Yes, I
coming from Technical Institute. And people would have thought, so weird about that.
I have to do
hands
something.
Dirty again.
Okay, so anyway, that I kept on. Then I fitted diesel engines and all, and also parallel developed air horns. There, I think I had to share the experience. When I went before that, I developed an air radiator recovery system for automobile. That is, once you fit it, you can forget about it. You don't need to pour water at all. But it was very difficult to sell because nobody, they don't want to spend 75 rupees just to save a glass of water a day. But it is not that water saving, it is the saving of the engine. The life of the engine is multiplied, but that has to be educated. But I had no deep pocket to go for advertisement and education. So I thought I should develop a product which can easily be seen by the customer so that, I don't need to educate. They just by seeing, they should be able to buy the product. So I developed for the first time servo brakes. Those days cars had only hydraulic brakes like Ambassador and all. You have to put a lot of pressure to stop the vehicle. So I developed a servo brake which is operated by vacuum from the engine manifold so that you can have a just light touch of the brake pedal will stop the vehicle. So that was easy to sell because you just demonstrate, they will buy it. So it was going on very well, but unfortunately in 1973, the petroleum price was doubled, maybe 72 December, something like that. Then the whole business crashed because automobile sales came to almost zero. 1 rupee 50 paisa was the petrol price at that time per liter. It became 3 rupees. That just 3 rupees a petrol liter crashed the whole automobile industry. You can Google and find out what was the level of automobile industry. Just by 3 rupees the petrol. Now, 100 rupees plus we are going on.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so then I had to switch over. So then I thought I should make a product for trucks, because the trucks have to run irrespective of petroleum price, because the vehicle has to be moved, bus has to be moved, operated. So I thought I would go for air horns for trucks. I developed the air horns. Then again, I experienced a lot of difficulty in marketing, because I think this is a good experience for students.
Yes.
I made the horn. It is completely different from what was available in the industry. It's a high quality product. But already there is a big competition. Well-reputed people are there. So what is the need for the customer to go for my product? That was the problem. So I could not sell. Then I thought, unless I have something innovative and useful to the customer, we will not be able to penetrate into the market. That was the lesson
Yes,
I
sir.
learned.
On that note, I'll take another question with you, sir.
Yes, please.
Like the customer and act like the owner. Second one is simplicity is a key to efficiency. These are the two words or the two lines, I would say. Your whole, your energy and your entire career and your organization would be devoted to these two lines. So how would you, elaborate on this?
This is the think like the customer and act like the owner is what I feel is essential for everybody. When industrial, the promoter of industry, or at every level, people should have this mind. They should always think like the customer. For example, as I said already, the customer doesn't want to change because, they are already having a product. So, so you have to think like a customer that, yes, already I'm having a product, why should I change? So you have to go deeper and understand what can I do to satisfy the customer. So that's a very important point. For example, a customer comes out with a problem. Then the company, marketing people or service people, they see that. And then when they listen to the complaint, they should think like a customer. They should take the shoe of the customer. They should feel that if the product is, if the product is used by them, and if it is giving a problem, what kind of difficulties I would have faced. So that is the think like the customer. Once you understand the real difficulty, then come back and take the next hat like an owner of the company. Then you give the decision, take a decision so that you can give a right solution, a balanced solution, because you will become a owner of the company to give the answer. Before that, you know what the customer really faces, so you have to give the answer or solution.
So if I ask you, that is even in the 80s, you could sense or understand the user experience, or what we now call as the UX.
Yes.
But,
because by hard lessons only I learned.
Okay,
because
sir.
after producing only I come to know that okay, this doesn't work. Why? So I have to sit always in the customer's place and think. Then only I captioned this word.
Okay, sir. But
simplicity is the
so many customers would be meeting you. They'll be coming out with so many problems to you. So how would you filter down and think that, okay, this would be the right problem to be addressed? How do you do that, sir?
It's very, it's not difficult at all. Okay, you have to become the customer when you are listening. That's the key. Unless you become the customer, you will have a prejudiced mind. As a manufacturer, we'll try to defend what we have done, but you have to completely cut from that, and you should become the customer yourself. Then you can really realize what is the real difficulty faced. Then you come back, then you can solve it. Otherwise, if you have a dual mind, it is always difficult. It's simple. You have to become a clear customer. Then it's easy to understand. It's not difficult.
How do you look at, the latent needs, about for the customer? Maybe he might think, as when I was talking with you in the office also, a customer might not think that this particular product is not required now, but
Yeah. This is,
a
a
requirement.
lot of examples, Sony Walkman, I think maybe in your,
Yes.
curriculum, it's a common thing.
Yes.
Nobody thought that there is a need for this, but he created it. I
Yes,
would
sir.
like to give one more example. Shikri Honda, the promoter of Honda Motor Corporation.
Okay.
He was a mechanic only. He was servicing all, two-wheelers. Those days, all small vehicle engines, up to say 250 cc capacity, is only 2 strokes. There's no 4-stroke engine at all. Because
Okay.
nobody thought a 4-stroke engine can be made, number
Okay.
one. But he thought that 4-stroke is a must to solve pollution problem. In 60s, 50s, he thought. Now we are talking about pollution.
Yes.
He made 4-stroke engine with a 50 cc engine.
Okay.
Because nobody wanted it. Nobody thought that it is required, but he thought only by changing this to a 4-stroke engine, we can address the pollution. So he thought himself and brought out. And nobody believed that, that can be made, but he made it and he made it very successful. And now all over the world, there is no 2-stroke motorcycle at all. It's all 4-stroke. So this is, this is what calls for an innovative thinking. The customer may not know they require it. Like that, there are many examples. You take, mobile phone, you take smartphone, all are created. Then the customer comes to know the use of it.
Okay, sir. Sir, let me just look at the, your website, and I took this. The management role at Roots Industries is to empower employees to believe in the power of ideas, a culture we call ideapreneurship. So how do you try to get the best out of people? How do you form teams? And what is the goal that you set for them when you form teams? What is it that you see, whether in young or in seasoned professionals in a team?
Okay, the first and foremost is, you have to build the team knowledge and then attitude. This has to be built. It takes long time. Mostly when we take people, they come, most 90% or 95% of the people come to job to earn money. 5% come with the passion.
And I have read it or heard somewhere that Roots is one of the first industries to have an HR department, a separate HR department.
Yes.
All have, a labor officer.
Correct. That's correct.
It's putting people first. Yes.
Yeah. Putting people first is the most important. See, you can build, the buildings, you can get the best machines in the world, but still it will not work by itself. You need people. Motivated people is very important. So unless we take care of them and we make them farm and part and parcel of the company as a family, you will not get that. So I always believe that they are part of us, because when I started the company in 1970, I started with just 2 people. Okay, I worked with them. I worked with them till many years. So I know very clearly what is their difficulty, what are their difficulties. So from that, I understood that, we have our HR department function is not just to take care of production on monitor and all, the attendance and nothing, not only that, but how do we help them personally? Because when they come to work here, they don't have time to look after the other things, their personal things. There are so many things to be taken care, but where is time for them to do it? And who will be behind them there to help them? So I thought this is a fundamental first to build a team. First, there must be an understanding. So unless we become mutual, it won't work. It cannot be one-sided. Both sides it has to be equal. So I thought I should have an HR department to develop that kind of environment. So I took when I took the people know for Dr. Kavidasan, maybe many of you know Dr.
Yes, sir.
Kavidasan, our director. There was an interview for this, and about 10, 12 people applied, and 3 were selected and sent to me. So I've gone through all the 3, and I selected Dr. Kavidasan. Then I went through the recommendation of others, managers. They recommended somebody else, and Dr. Kavidasan was the 3rd. I thought, I asked them, why do you rate him 3rd? What is the reason? Is that Dr. Kavidasan said he will give first priority to the workers, then the industry. Then I said, that is the reason I selected him first. Because without them, industry cannot survive, will not run. So it is priority that we take care of them. So that is how this was evolved. So this has to be top-down driven, this message. One has to have this kind of a philosophy in mind so that, we take care of the people. The people should have that confidence that, what may come, our company is behind to take care. So that you give that confidence first, then they are free to work. They are free to, do, because they don't need to worry about, what's going to happen for anything, for school admission, college admission, any government department work, anything. Our HR department will take care of that. So like that, if we broaden our area, it will work. Then we can build people. That's one side. The other side, technically, we have to give them opportunities to learn. I give them complete freedom to learn. They can make mistakes, doesn't matter, but they should not repeat the mistake. That is all. So you give them the opportunity to learn, then they become, capable of doing. Then we demonstrate and we build confidence capabilities. Then you give them the opportunity to lead. So like that, it's a lengthy process. It's not, cannot be done overnight, but it can be done. But the will should be there.
Okay, sir. So how do you, select the best ideas that come from your employees? Is there any method by which you do that?
Yeah,
we have sense that this might sell or this might be good.
Yeah, see, we have
hands-on person you are, and at the core of you are a product development person. So how do you welcome the ideas of the youngsters?
See, there are many things like Kaizen, the improvements, small improvements, to make a big change, with a small change, we can bring a big change. So we have, hundreds and thousands of such ideas come. We have a box. So everybody can put in their ideas. And then there is a team to evaluate that. Then they try it, test it. And then once it is implemented, then they are recognized during the Independence Day and Republic Day. They are recognized by the certificate, and also they are given a share in the share in the profit or the market improvement. So like that, we are also encouraging that way. And there is a lot of ideation. We take we call people and we give them some broad idea. This is the field we want to go. You have any idea, please come out with your ideas.
So you are looking at open innovation challenges.
Yeah. Everybody gives their ideas, then we jointly discuss, then arrive at a point, then we try to develop that product. But I would say that, maybe 10% of our products may be in that category only. But mostly our people try to give improvement in the process, material change. That takes place from the shop floor level till the top. That's a constant process. It goes on every day. It goes on. Yeah, but product development, it is something. It comes from the distributor side, dealer side. They say there is a gap. Then we give it to the people down the line to work on it.
Okay.
And then we do our own research and then come out with ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you look at the current talent level, compare that with what the industry demands or the current market scenario, how do you match the current talent level with what the industry requires? Is there a match or is there a big gap?
Yes, I have to say that, there is a big gap. There's
Yes.
no doubt about it. There's a big gap. They get good marks, no doubt about it. But when it comes to industry, their exposure to the industry and the expectations of industry is not really transferred to them. So the education system, it requires a transformation. Then only it is
Yes.
possible in my mind. As I said, earlier that I did sandwich course,
Yes.
like that engineering should become a sandwich course. Core engineering should become a sandwich course. Then only we can really bring such a change. Just doing internship in the last few months is not going to really make a big difference. You take in Germany, for example, to get an admission in engineering college, you have to work in an engineering industry and they have to sponsor it. And then you will be working part-time there, part-time in the college. So like that, you get a hands-on experience and exposure. And then while learning, you are learning, what for you are learning. That makes a big difference. And here, the students, mostly the students are looking for, they are going to education to get a job.
Yes, sir.
They should take that mind out of their mind. They should take that from out of their mind. Their focus should be, they should master whatever they do. That should be in their goal. That should be their goal. If
they're not ready to work in the shop floor, they cannot even drill down a screw, a mechanical engineer fix it.
they don't want to dirty their hands.
Yes.
No, because somehow they feel it is below their dignity to touch. This must change. This will change only if this dual system is introduced. You go to the workshop, you have to work.
Yes,
okay. Then here you do. And also this must come from parents, from the school level teachers, at college level. Everywhere this should get into the people's mind. Working is not inferior, it's not below dignity, it is immaterial. Whether you are cleaning a toilet or you are, doing engineering work, nothing. It's all same. I have to give an example. Yes, I was in Japan, some 1984 or 85. I landed late night in Tokyo. Airport, reached the hotel. It was around 12 midnight when I reached the hotel. So I checked in and I saw an old man was cleaning the staircase of that hotel. It's a big hotel. It's a intercontinental hotel, super class. But aged man was cleaning it. I was a little surprised how such an old man working in this hotel at midnight, cleaning the staircase, a wooden staircase. And, I tried to talk to him. He couldn't speak, English. So I went into my room and then put in my luggage, came down because I could not sleep. I came down, I went to the, counter reception and asked him, see, this elderly gentleman is cleaning now. Is it permitted in Japan to work at such age until the midnight? She explained to me, sir, I will call him. You can ask him. I will translate. You ask him any question, I will translate. So then they called the gentleman. And then I asked him, see, why you are working here in the midnight? Are you not retired? Then his answer was, yes, I have retired 10 years or 8 years back, but I didn't want to sit at home idle, number one. And another thing is I have been doing this job for almost 30, 40 years. And my passion is, I want to see that it is spick and span always. So I do it as a hobby. I come and see that it is maintained the same level. And they just, this, I was totally taken aback. See the mind of the person.
Yes, sir.
So cleaning, right?
Yes, sir.
So what was his mind? That is the kind of mindset is required. And one more example also, I think. I was in my 4th grade.
Okay.
My father was building a house here where we are now staying.
Okay,
And
sir.
I used to visit Saturdays, Sundays to see, along with my father, the work.
Okay.
Those days there was no engineer, only a maestri, we call maestri.
Yes, yes, yes,
Taking
sir.
care of the building. One maestri, I still remember his name, was Ramachandran. He's about
Okay.
6.5 feet tall, very tall built man, must be around 70 years old, but very well built. Okay. So he was, finishing a pillar, mosaic pillar in the front of the house. He's still there now. He was rubbing that, with making it, polishing it, grinding it. And when I went there, I asked him, what are you doing? He said, no, he's leveling it. He took a long ruler, we call matakol, he took it, he took a rupee note from his pocket, and then he tried to introduce that between the pillar and the ruler. Nowhere the rupee note will go in.
Okay.
That is the perfection he wanted to, he was doing like that. He was
Yes.
showing me with such a pride what he is doing. He's 68, 70 years old man. I was hardly, 10, 12, right? And
Yes.
the pride, what he had, that is missing here. What you do is immaterial. The pride. If
Maybe that would have had a big influence on you and your company.
Yeah. Every event,
the way you look at quality for your
yes.
Maybe it would have stemmed from that, sir.
Yeah, no, so many such things, not, if I narrate, the whole time will go. But, like that, I've come across many. That the kind of passion we are losing now. That should get into young mind.
I think that's a message out there to all the students, including us, to be one step above in your understanding about the subject or the work that you do.
Yeah.
Very much, sir. That's a very powerful message from your side. Yes, sir.
Okay, then, well,
sir,
better you ask me questions, otherwise I will keep on talking about what I will.
No, sir. I think you are a devoted listener, but you are an excellent storyteller, sir. I'm really enjoying it. How easy or difficult it is to diversify, sir, because you have big range of products.
You see, the diversity.
Produces.
See, once, I have developed horns and become maybe the largest manufacturer of electric horns. I always think that, there is always, there's ups and downs in any industry. Automobile has a cycle, textile has a cycle.
Yes.
Every industry has a cycle. So I thought I must have some other industry to balance when something goes down. So because otherwise, ups and downs like an insurance, right?
Yes.
So I was thinking of entering into another industry. What would be the right industry? I was thinking. That time, 1991, India, at that time, our Prime Minister, Narasimha Rao was the Prime Minister. The Indian economy was thrown open to the global competition.
Yes.
It's a good thing happened. So I foresaw that, if Indian company has to stay alive, first of all, we have to improve our standards, improve our qualities, reduce our cost. Unless that is done, we will be wiped out, because the international market, we are open to global challenge. So to produce quality products, fundamental requirement is a clean work environment. Without a clean place, you cannot produce quality. That is my understanding, because that is my experience also. With a dirty place, you cannot make quality.
Sure.
So I thought when this competition comes in, everybody look for clean environment, cleanliness. So I thought, why not I venture into cleaning industry? Sometime it's going to take off. With that in mind, I started searching globally, because we have no experience of mechanized cleaning in India. So I searched all over the world. I attended many exhibitions and visited many companies. And finally, I located the German company called Hacko, our collaborator, joint venture partners. And it's a family-owned company. and very highly quality oriented. Of course, German products are known for quality. So I went to enter into collaboration with them so that we don't need to start from zero and develop. There is no time. We have to have basic knowledge to do that. So I went and met the promoter of that company, and then we had a joint venture agreement with them. The agreement was, they said they will give technology only for Indian market, not for export. They'll give for India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka. These only 5 around our India, around the countries only, they would permit us to export. The rest we are not permitted to export. But my goal was only to market in India. So I said, no problem. I signed the agreement and came back.
Okay, sir.
So I started the industry. But before that, I want to see how the products will work in India, because my experience before, unless it is performing, it will not be sold. It cannot be sold. So I selected few and imported the products, tested in the Indian market. I found out that it needs certain changes. Then only it can be sold in India, because Indian conditions are different. So what I did, I made some changes to that design. And as per their drawing, we made some changes. And we had to send this sample back to them for their approval. Then only they will permit us to manufacture. So we sent the samples back to them, and without informing what changes we have done, we sent only the product. They tested the product, and for example, flipper, the first basic product, which you can use it. Just pushing, you can clean the floor. So they tested the product for its performance. They found that our machine is performing better than their machine in particular commodity pickup. They thought it's by fluke. They tried again and again. They dismantled it, measured every component. Every component was same as per their standard. Then they were surprised how it can perform better. Then they fitted it back and tested. It was working again. Then they wrote to us. See, the beauty of that, they sent the entire test report. They sent to us, see, your product is exactly like as per design, but it is performing better. Can you explain? Like that they sent. Then we said, you please look into the bristles. Inside the bristle, as per their design, it is constant, same diameter bristles are used in the brush. What I did is I changed the density of the bristles differently so that it can handle different debris together. It will not be visible, unless they pick each bristle and measure it. It's outside same, inside it is different. So I explained that. You know what happened? Then they come to inaugurate the plant. In 1992, we built the plant, inaugurated the directors from HACO came. And you know what they did? They handed over an order to be exported to Australia. They handed over.
I thought.
Why I'm narrating is, yes, we can learn basics from everybody, but there is always a possibility to go one step further. That should be in everybody's mind. How we can improve better than what we have already seen. That should go into everybody's mind. I don't know sweeper. I have never seen. You understand. So it can be done. It's all the will to require. Okay. So then I come to this cleaning machine industry. We started, but the problem is selling was a big problem. This is an experience I think to be shared, because those days, the monthly wages for a cleaning man or woman will not exceed 300 rupees a month, 400 rupees at the most. But the smallest machine costed 10,000 rupees. Another one costed 45,000 rupees. So you go and demonstrate. 10 demonstration, you can sell one machine. If you sell one machine, you are lucky. So I tried. We were losing every year. So then what I thought, Indian market is going to take time to accept this product. So until then, we have to be alive. We have to stay alive. So unless we export, we cannot survive. But they will not permit us to export on our own. And also, then I thought, if we develop a product which is not in our collaborators' range,
Okay.
we can market because they only prevent their design to be exported.
Okay.
So we made a study and selected a product which was made only by 3 companies in Europe. All over the world, only 3 companies made such product.
Okay.
Very complex, small, very compact scrubber dryer. So I thought we should make that product. So
Okay.
that, there is, only 3 companies are making in the world. I had clear confidence that we can make it better. We can make it cheaper. Okay. So with that, we went around, bought all the 3 machines, and then we tested them and found out the drawbacks in that machine, and we redesigned our machine, completely redesigned, and then it's our own patented technology we put in. We developed the machine. Now we are the largest producer of that machine in the world.
Yes.
And with that, only our company has grown. Now, with that, we developed a lot of other products, and now I'm very happy to say that in India we sell good quantities, and we are the largest producers. So the diversification really helped us. When auto industry goes down, this helps us. So, in my opinion, diversification is required not for every industry, core industries, for example, machine tool. The machine tool you require for every industry. So you focus on that, keep on developing. But other industries, I think if you have 1 or 2 diversification, it is always, it will help. But one thing must be kept in mind, whether you diversify or not, each product you have to put 100%. And be ahead. This is very important. By diversifying into another, you should not lose focus of what you have been doing before. So that is a must to do that. So like that, we are diversifying into different fields, medical, aerospace, furniture. So for each one, there are reasons. But if I talk, it will take a long time.
Okay, sir. Service is at the heart of your organization, and even to you also. Service to mankind, service to the society. So tell us something about your CSR activities. I know that you have implemented CSR long before the term got coined. So you're also, in tie-up with the Coimbatore Corporation, and where you, I think you take around.
Yeah, we clean the roads
out, and you also have tied up with Sirutuli, partnered with Sirutuli for cleaning water. So what is the way forward, in the CSR activities? What do you
that area? See, it all started long time back. My father and our Guru Swami Sachidananda is our Guru, and his message is very clear. He said the purpose of human life is to serve, is the purpose of human life. That is the fundamental philosophy of his philosophy. Only human can help. So it is fundamental that we serve. That too without expecting anything in return. That's the teaching of Swami. And my father used to spend at least 60% of his time in serving agriculture race, and he spent a lot of time. We spent 40% only in developing his business. I know from young age he would spend a lot of time. And then I would ask him, you are always outside, so you are not looking into business fully. He said, see, we have enough to eat, enough to wear, and our purpose is not to amass, the purpose is to help others to grow. So we should spend more time. In my young age, he put that into my mind. That is one fundamental. Then Swamiji's, this has gone deep into my mind. So as a corporation, as a company, we are taking a lot from the society. So I feel it is our responsibility to pay back to the society. So how do we do that? So by way of, now they coin it as CSR. At that time, it is our duty to pay back. We feel it is our responsibility to do that. So first step, my father started a hospital, a naturopathy center in 1978 to promote naturopathy. And the idea is to, give low cost healthcare to the people as a service. Then he insisted that I should start the school. I said, see, I am not having enough financial resources. Now I will do it when I have enough money because I want to do it world class. Then Swamiji, Swami Sachidananda, he has done quite a lot in US. He comes once a year to India and he has said he wants to do something in India because he has done quite a lot globally. And he suggested that a school can be started. Then I said, my father is also asking, so I thought we'll do that. So I took that along with Swamiji and started Sachidananda Jyoti Niketan purely for service. It is not to make money, purely for service. We want to give a holistic education, not just bookish knowledge, holistic knowledge to be given to the children. So we are very happy that our children are doing very fine. So that we charge roughly 1/3 compared to other schools, or even less. And for poor deserving children, we do it free also. And also the Naturopathy Center is grown now. We have about 70-bed hospital. And you're very happy that, we are able to serve people who have come here and when they go back with good health, we feel very happy. And also Integral Yoga Institute. I am involved in yoga. From my young age, everybody should know that, we are all working. Okay, but at the same time, we should take care of our body and mind. This is very important. So that from my young age, when I was 6, 7 years old itself, I had to do Surya Namaskaram along with my father. He made us to do. It's compulsory. At that time, of course, I was doing reluctantly, maybe for 2 years. Then it becomes, routine. Even now, I cannot stop. Wherever I am, I spend 1 hour, So this must also be a part.
So let me pause for a second, sir.
Yeah.
Let us know a day in your life. How to start, sir?
Okay. I start at 5 o'clock. I get up. Then it takes about 30 minutes to do my routine things and morning thing. Then 5:30 to 7:30 is my time. I will not switch off my mobile, nothing. Whatever it is, I will not switch on my phone. So 5:30 to 7:30, my yoga, exercises and walking and meditation, I do that, 7:30. After 7:30, I finish my, all other things and then start my work at 8:30, 9 o'clock. And now, before it was different, before, even then my early yoga never missed, even when, but when I started this company, I start to work from 8 a.m. till at least 12 midnight or 1 a.m. It was my routine. At least for 25, 28 days, I worked like that. No problem. But, you have to be, what I understood is, if you love what you do,
Exactly.
and if you take care of your body, health, food, nothing to worry about it. If you don't take care of this and if you don't love what you do, then you have to count the time. Otherwise, you will be gone. So this is what I am. It's okay. So I complete that. Then I take my breakfast. My breakfast, I take only fruits, nothing but fruits, only fruits. Then nothing in between lunch and breakfast. In between, I take only water. Then lunch, I take very little rice, more of vegetables, less rice. Then evening, I take again very little solids. Take a big.
Sir, you are giving serious diet goals to all of us, sir.
No. This is important. One can be successful in business and all, but to enjoy that, you must have good body and mind.
Exactly.
Right? So without that, there is no use. People have everything, but they cannot eat, they cannot sleep. What is the point?
Sir.
So you have diabetes, the blood pressure. What is the point in having all and you cannot enjoy anything? So it's a must. So this is fundamental that one should take care of this. And so this is what is my then when I come, I spend most of my time in design development area. In the office, I spend hardly maybe 2 hours, maximum 3 hours sometimes. But mostly I spend only in the development area or production area. Now I don't go to production area at all because all developed people are taking care. I spend only in design development I go only when they want any help, technical assistance, something beyond they think anything.
Let me just stop you for a minute, sir. You're talking about the power of mentoring. Who is your mentor, sir? And
oh, I have,
mentee also.
mentoring, I cannot point out one person, It is so many people in my life, so many. As I said, for my father, my guru, then Robert Bosch was one of my Robert Bosch, Shikari Honda, Henry Ford, you name it, G.D. Naidu, plenty, I cannot stop with five. I have, learned from everybody so many things, Also, I learned from our teachers, I have to name one teacher. I think it's very important. That was when I was studying in US. Okay. It's a very important thing. I think you are all in teaching session, faculties. You should know this. I was studying, as I said, Lincoln Technical Institute. I was, undergoing automatic transmission class. Its session was going on very intensely. It's going on. And he was talking about torque converter. The subject was torque converter. I was explaining, now I forgot the names all, turbine, rotor, spark clutch, all these things. And so he was teaching. I could not really understand that, his way of explaining, I was not satisfied. I told him, no, it has to be otherwise. There is a clutch, the clutch, spark clutch, the one-way clutch is there. He was telling that it should be fitted in the other direction. I said, if it is fitted in that direction, it will not work. I was arguing, whole period I was arguing, he did not agree. I went back. I went to the library, I took out, then I found out that what I said was correct. Okay. The next day morning I came, I used to be in the class always 5 minutes before time. It's always I will be there. I found him sitting there. He comes only on dot. I found him sitting there. I thought, okay, he has found out that he is wrong and he wanted to tell me, maybe apologize or something like that. He asked me in that 5 minutes, where am I from? Until then, nobody asked who you are. He asked me, where am I from? I said, I'm from India, I'm from village. And I showed the picture, agricultural family. Finished, that's all. That class started. He went to the class podium. You know what he did? He went up to the podium and said, started like this. This is what is really I learned in my life. Is that, dear students, I'm very sorry and ashamed to say that I have been teaching a wrong theory to my students for the past 7-8 years. He said that. First thing he said, right? Then he called me to the podium. He said, this boy from a village in India, he opened my eye. I could not stand there. I was simply crying. See, this is what I've learned. Accept the mistake, whoever it is. This is like that. There are so many things I learned. This is in life, how can you say you are only one mentor? For every field, you have hundreds of mentors. You can learn from anybody, anything. You have to keep your eyes and, ears open. That is all.
Sir, so let me just share the screen once again. For me, it was, all goosebumps hearing your story, sir. And so much of messages you have given to me and to students and all those who are listening to us. So maybe I'll, step back and allow others who have been eagerly waiting to talk to you. So I'm opening this forum up for the students and others who are waiting to hear from you.
Okay.
Raman sir?
Yes, please. I will do what best I can do. That's all.
Yeah, participants, please raise your hands or you please put your question in the chat box. We'll be moderating. I'm repeating, participant, please raise your hands. I'll be calling you, or else please put your questions in the chat box. We'll be moderating.
Sir, so wonderful listening to you for the last 1 hour. There are lots and lots of takeaways for the students as well, professionals like us. Sir, I'm just looking at the kind of talent to pool you do have with you. For instance, Dr. Kavidasan and O.A. Balasubramanian sir, and again Mr. Ravi as the Chief Financial Officer. I mean, I can keep naming so many people who have been with you for the last couple of decades or so. This is the one side. The second side, I'm also looking at the so-called millennials or zillennials we call. Generally, these people or this generation doesn't believe in sticking on to one organization, and they keep jumping from one job to another job within a span of 2 to 3 years kind of. So we have been seeing so many job hoppers in the job market. How do you look at this scenario, sir, with reference to this generation?
Okay, so you have asked me a very wide question. See, first of all, I believe in selecting people who know better than me. That's number one. When we select, we should select the people who knows better, who can be the best in their field. It's important. We cannot be expert in every field. So first, when we select people, we should look for the best talent available. And always, that's what I always recommend to our managers. You look for people who are better than you. Then you can grow, the organization can grow, they can grow. So this is fundamental. So you select the right people and give them the freedom and opportunity. Then they stay back. So that is how, people, for example, you talked about O.A. Balasubramanian. He started as a clerk. Okay, he did, teacher's training, and he came as a clerk. But he's heading our IT. He's one of the internationally well-known IT professional. How? Because we have given him the full freedom and opportunity. Wherever open, you send them, no restriction, so that they can improve their knowledge. Like that, every organization should look for such people who has the urge to learn, urge to grow. Then give them. Then it is possible. But now, the present generation, they are now their focus. If, as I said already, if their focus is to excel in what they are doing, whatever field they may be, they should become the number one. Their focus should be to become number one. If that goal is in their mind, they will not jump, because by jumping, you become, a jack of all trade and master in none. So it is important that you learn. But if you keep the money as a goal, now, in the school, we admit children, but we interview parents. Ask them why you are bringing the children here. They want the children to have a good education. Why? They can get into good college. Then they can become a good doctor, engineer, and all. Purpose is to make money. That is the fundamental change must take place. The education is not to make money. Education is to become an expert in the field. If that gets into everybody's mind, this will change. That takes a lot of, everybody has to have such mind. Parents, students, the society, all. And the present generation, I see the girls and boys. Now, the girls are excelling better than boys in every field. I'm very sorry to see this, because the boys have lost their focus. Okay. They have learned so many other things. They have so many other things other than what they have to do core. So they have to change that. We lose that. I see girls are doing far better because they are able to focus better. So that, I think our boys should learn that. And then the money, if you chase the money, it is like a shadow. You keep chasing it, will always be, it will always be like that. You will never be satisfied. But if your goal is excelling in what you do, you can always be satisfied. This mind is very important. Okay.
Nice message to all the students, all the zillennials here. Sir, I am paving way to my students. So many hands have gone up.
Okay.
So let me just put a question from the chat for you, sir.
Yes, please.
What kind of financial struggle have you faced at commencement of your business?
Oh, that's it's a plenty.
Yes, Mahalingam.
Okay, plenty, of course, without such struggles, you cannot succeed. Failure is a stepping stone and you should not hesitate to overcome that. So I've come across many, but if I talk about it, I will not talk hours. Only one example I'll say and then stop it because it's too difficult to, if I narrate it's too much. For example, I made the power brakes. I told you I made the power brakes. It was going very well. In 1973, the petroleum price doubled. Okay. Then whole business collapsed. But I was very positive that, this is going to take up. So I invested, borrowed money, invested in the machines. I also made advertisement film. Those days, we take a film and booked all the theaters across India. Everything was going on. Then by the time this petroleum price increased, total sales collapsed. So I have to stop that. So then what to do? I have to do the automobile servicing to earn money. But still, the goal of my making horn was always there. Like that, we made one more product with a British collaboration, an inflatable jack. You can lift the car within 10 seconds. The car can be lifted. Anybody can do that. That again, the 90% of the raw material has to be imported. At that time, the duty was 98%. But when we imported it, they charged 298%. So the entire project I have to put on hold. I borrowed at that time about 60 lakhs from banks and other things. So what to do? The air horns which I was making, I shifted from the money I earned from that has been moved to this to pay to the bank. So this is you cannot stop it. There is bound to be losses, but you should know how to handle it. You should not, one thing, my clear thing is you borrow, you have to pay back. It's important. You can work as a laborer, no problem, but you have to pay back. That is a must. That kind of mind should be there in everybody. Don't make a big jump. You make a small jump, small leap, so that you can bear and go to the next step. You take a big jump, borrow, then you are not able to meet. It's difficult. So that's, I think beyond that, if I go, it will be quite longer. Is that okay, or you want any more? Please tell me. I have a lot of obstacles, no doubt about it. You not only financially, you go to any department, you go to clearance, you go to everywhere, you will fail, you will face problems, hurdles, but never get disappointed. Keep moving, otherwise you cannot succeed.
Ma'am, shall I invite few students to ask me?
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Yeah, Kalimuthu, please come in. Please introduce yourself and ask a question.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I am Kalimuthu from DJ Academy. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. Sir, my question is, where do you procure your raw materials?
Procure our raw materials. Okay.
Yes.
See, we have, first of all, we should know what raw material we require, the chemical composition, quality, whatever it is, we have to know that. Then we have to search for the suppliers. There are, many, now it is easy. Before it was difficult. Now it is easy. You can locate, the suppliers through Google itself. You can locate very easily. Then, you send for, a quotation, specification is to be shared. And then you get the detail from them, get the samples, test them. And once we meet the quality is met, then you go for, negotiation. long-term price fixing. We try to fix for long-term so that, we can stay stable. But also certain material like metals, the aluminum, copper, steel, copper, basically this, we have to link it to LME, London Metal Exchange price, and fix the price accordingly. So we have a department to do that. And the materials procurement department is there. Their job is to locate competitive products, quality products, whether it is Indian, international. It's Hello?
Please, sir, go ahead, sir.
Okay. So it is material sourcing is now not difficult, but only thing is, now after this corona, the availability has become very difficult.
Yes.
Cost also become highly fluctuating, especially imported materials are causing a huge problem. And electronics, chips is the biggest problem now, because you have to plan well in advance, at least 1 year in advance, they're asking. So this has become a challenge. Material sourcing, especially electronics, is a big challenge now. And we have to meet the customer demand. At the same time, this is fluctuating. Availability is a problem. So you have to have multiple approach. Global reach. You have to be there and source. So it's really challenging now. But the cost is also, escalation is constantly going on. We have to, and so our engineering, value engineering has to go on constantly, so that how you can economize the material usage, how you can change from a costly material to a lower cost material at meeting the specification and durability. So this has to be a constant work because we have to be cost competitive also. Material sourcing nowadays is not big problem like before. Before it was a big problem because availability in India was not there. You had to import steels, for example. Now we have very high quality steel materials are available, whether it is carbon steel or stainless steel, but before it was not available. It was very challenging. And again, quantity again, they may ask that minimum tonnage, otherwise you will not get it. So this is always a problem. Sourcing material, this is another problem. You must have, the capability to observe that much volume. Otherwise, you go to the trader, they will charge more, but there is no choice. You have to reduce our margin, go on, build the volume, then go to the supplier, manufacturer.
Yes, thank you, sir. Rajat, you can ask your question.
Yeah, greetings, sir. This is Rajat from first year MBA from DJ Academy. It was a wonderful session with you, sir. So the question I have for you is, do you think the introduction of the scrub driver has led to unemployment for the old school janitors?
Oh, the scrubber dryer has really led to increasing the employment and the pride in their job. Before, they had to wash by hand. Now they operate the machine, they become an operator. So they feel pride in doing that rather than, doing by hand. That is one thing. Another thing, by hand, you cannot complete the work because you need to keep on cleaning it. It's a, laborious job. Physically, you have to put a lot of effort. Here, you don't put in so much physical effort. So less effort, better pride. So there is no problem. There is no unemployment because you don't get people. Even now, you don't get people, I tell you. Even to operate machines, when we sell the machine, we go next time, the operator is different. So there is no unemployment. I don't see any unemployment. Everywhere, our challenge is to keep on training new people. The people are moving to another job and going to promoted to some other job. So there is no unemployment created by this. It has created a pride in what they are doing. That's what I feel has happened.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So let me pick a question from the chat, sir. This is from Manikyam, ALST Coimbatore. You and your company is highly valued here. My question is, perhaps if you had raised capital from the stock markets, you could have grown your business much more. Process generated more employment and contributed more to the city and the country industry.
Yeah,
what holds you back, sir?
Okay. See, this is, the fundamental philosophy difference, People want to grow big. There is no other way than to go public, make it big. My ambition was never to become big. My ambition was to be the best in what I do. That was always my thinking. And another thing, you take money from public, then you become answerable. Then they start to work for balance sheet and, here, no question, no pressure on that. So we work for our satisfaction. I enjoy that rather than answering somebody else. So it depends on your thinking, I don't blame that system because you cannot build, a Tata empire, without that, or Reliance. But for me, I think I'm satisfied with this. I enjoy this.
I asked the same question to your director, Sri Chandrasekhar, and he gave me the same answer.
Oh, I see.
He was more into service and building value products. Okay, sir. Students?
Ma'am, there are a few more in the chat, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, our own student Sindhura, she has asked, performance of employees depends on their physical and mental well-being. What kind of activities you do to look after the mental and physical health of employees?
See, physical and mental, number one, work environment has to be pleasant. That's very important. They must be respected, respectfully treated, and they have to feel at home that, they are not come here to toil. They have come here to work with pleasure. So you create a good atmosphere, good ambience, ergonomics, everything. So give them comfort. That's number one. And next one, I already said, their personal difficulty, whatever it is, our HR department is there to take care so that there is no much pressure, the personal pressure. For example, they have to go to a hospital, let's say, someone, not the employee himself, maybe the parents, the brothers, sisters, they have a problem. Our HR will definitely immediately contact and go to their help. In their home, there is any function, anything, our man, our department people, our people will be there to help them, even their private, functions, whether it is wedding or otherwise, whatever it is, our people will be there. So we see to it that, they are part of our family. If that kind of a mind is there, then you create that. So clean environment, it's very important. There should be no pollution inside so that physically they are not, harmed. All this must be taken care. And during this corona, we did quite a lot. We created a department for that and a head for that. And constant education was given. How to stay safe. Even I did, I demonstrated to everybody. I made a video of how to prevent one from getting from corona. In naturopathy and yoga, there is a system called Jalnidhi. This was invented thousands of years back. Any viral fever, viral infection can be prevented by just doing Jalnidhi. We have done it in our naturopathy. It's proved beyond doubt. So I do daily. So I have trained on, now we have trained 4,000 of our employees to do Jalnidhi, so that how to do it. And also we have given them proper medications, proper preventive medicines, everybody we are given. So like that, we have to be constantly be behind them for their health, well-being. That is how we do. And our HR department is key to that. And, the training department is also key to that. Above all, we have to be key to that. The top must have that vision and clarity that, everybody must be healthy and happy.
Sir, for your kind information, Mr. Sampath Kumar, he made a detailed presentation to our students on the measures you have taken to control COVID at your organization.
Oh, okay.
Very
right.
Meticulously designed and executed. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah, a lot of planning went in, a lot of brainstorming and procedures. Yeah. And we are very happy to say that our infection rate is very low.
Yes,
and
yes.
very low. And
Yes.
Okay. Yes,
Yes.
please.
Ma'am, Sandhya is raising the hand. Shall I call her?
Yes, yes, sir, please.
Sandhya, please ask a question.
Thank you for this great session with lot of takeaways. So my question is, what is the reason behind naming the company as the Roots, sir?
Good
What?
question.
Please tell me again. I didn't get it.
The reason behind naming the company as the Roots.
Oh, naming the company as Roots. Okay.
Yes.
As see, my father had a sago factory. I know sago, all of you know, it's a food product. It's a white ball like. We were manufacturing here in the same site. And that sago is, the raw material for sago is tapioca. Tapioca is a root, it's a root, tapioca. Those days, now, we have email IDs. Those days for communication, we had only telegram. Orders used to come by telegram from the customers. So you don't need to give, you can register a telegraphic code. If you register a telegraphic code, you don't need to give any address. You just give that code, the telegram will come to our place. So my father gave Roots as a telegraphic code for his company, which made sago, because the sago is made out of roots. So he made that as a telegraphic code. It was registered in 1953. I use that as a brand because Roots is again the foundation. So I thought I will use that. That's how the Roots brand has been established.
Okay. So one question from the chat. It's from Melvin. Hello, sir. Glad to be present in the group and truly inspiring. I would like to know what are the sustainability steps you have taken for Roots manufacturing units?
Sustainably manufacturing, measures are constantly to be taken, whether it's environment or, our power consumption, everywhere. Even before all these became mandatory, the rainwater harvesting, we were the first to do it here. And growing trees, we have tree coverage in every plant. So these were all taken long time back. And how to reduce energy consumption is a constant work. Every machine, every process, we always do auditing and see how the power consumption can be reduced and how we can augment it with others like solar, like windmill. See, in 2005, we made a policy that all our energies must come from renewable energy. Not 2000, it's 2000. All our energy required for our entire group should come from renewable energy. So in 2005, we achieved it. We installed sufficient windmills and we got all the power. What we produce is, what we consume is less than what we produce. Like that, we have always been forefront of that. And if you take IT, we want to make paperless as much as possible. That has been an initiative taken here in the department. Printouts, no one can go and just like take a printout. There is a common printout, but no one can take a printout. Everybody has to record it. And then this is, they must have a reason to take a printout. Otherwise, they cannot take a printout. Like that, every area is monitored. There is plenty we can do. And now, we are installing solar panels all over our plant, everywhere here, so that we can have our own power, solar power also here. Like that, it's a constant process. Every company should do that. Every home should do it, not only company. Every home can try to have, the solar and self-sufficient wherever possible. It is possible. And water harvesting should be done at home also. Like that, it can be done. So this is what I can say. Anything else? Any other question I can answer on that?
Sir Narayanan, sir.
Yeah.
Pick up 2 more questions and we wind up, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shall we take from chat or shall we invite students?
Yeah, students, if I understand, there are so many people who want to be entrepreneurs in the new batch. So any questions? Those who are bitten by the entrepreneur bug, please you will not get a better mentor.
Sir, good noon, sir. Myself, Darshan from first year MBA, sir. I have also completed my UG in electrical and electronics engineering, sir, from Sri Krishna College of Technology, sir.
Okay.
So I have a great interest in designing electronics, sir. My ambition is to start a company specializing in customized consumer electronics, sir. So what would be your advice or suggestion for a young guy like me with no experience to like carry out his ideas to a prototype, then to a product, and then to a company, sir? So what will be your advice?
Very good. Nice. I'm very happy to hear that you want to become an entrepreneur. See, to become an entrepreneur, I want to say some fundamental things.
Yes.
Swami Vivekananda has given the guidance. Okay. He said, first to be, you must have the Vidya. Vidya, Shraddha, Upanishad. Like that, he said 3 things. Vidya means knowledge. The field, what you want to be. You said electronics. The field, what you want to be. You have to become a master in that. You have to put all your effort to learn as much as possible. Vidya. Next is Shraddha. Shraddha means efforts. You should put all your efforts. Okay, there may be a lot of obstacles, failures. You should not hesitate to overcome that. Failures are, you will certainly come across failures, but you should not hesitate to move forward. You have to break that and move on. So you must have that perseverance. First, you have to have the knowledge. You have to have the goal first, then the knowledge, then the perseverance. There should be no time. You should remove your watch from your hand. You should not hesitate to work 24/7. That's very important to become an entrepreneur. Okay. Then once you develop the product development, as I said, your goal should be, your product should be the best. Whatever product you want to be, you have to benchmark the available products first and understand what they can produce, yield, what they can contribute, how you can do better than that. That must be your first benchmarking. You should do that. You then select, then how to achieve that. You have to acquire knowledge, you have to make experiments, you should achieve that. Once your product becomes better than what is in the market, then you are ready to enter into the market. Then nobody can stop you. I told you, the horn, 12 years I took. Once launched, then we became the largest within 5 years. In spite of multinational companies being here, we don't need to worry about multinational companies or anything. If you have that intention and interest, anybody can do that. So you can certainly do that. So this is the right field what you have selected, and it calls for a lot of development knowledge, especially the power electronics.
Yes, sir.
It's a good field, a lot to learn, but unfortunately in India, the exposure is not much. You have to really gain more knowledge on that. It calls for, you have to really work under somebody to really gain that knowledge. Because if you have to develop on your own, by the time you reach that, the companies who are already there would have gone 3 steps ahead.
Yes, sir.
So you should keep that in mind. So you should start from a level, not from zero. So you should try to acquire knowledge from somewhere else first. Work, no problem. Then you can start on your own also. So that's what I would suggest you to do that. Very good. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
One last question, either from the students.
Good afternoon, sir.
From the chat, yes.
I am Satya, second MBA from DG Academy. I have a question. What made you to enter into furniture manufacturing?
Okay. See, here, so many people in our company, they are sitting for hours, and we buy the chairs and then they complain about back pain. And then after, say, 2-3 years, the chairs become shaky. We have to replace the chairs. So, and also I have a back pain. I have back pain. So I'm very particular about sitting in the right chair. So what I thought, But if I have to import the chair, it costs quite a lot. Say about 20,000, 30,000 rupees a basic chair with a good quality. So I thought I should design and make the chair so that our people can sit comfortably. That was only my goal. So I designed and developed the chair and used. When our customers come and sit, they are asking, where did you buy this chair? Then I thought, okay, why not we make it? So I had no idea of making chair and offering it to the market. The idea is the need. Then the customers ask, whoever comes, they say it's good. Then I thought, okay, we'll make the chairs. So that's how it has gone. No market survey, nothing.
So Satya sir taught you one more interesting thing in innovation, that is not only brainstorming but painstorming is also one of the methods. So I think it's 12:37 PC person and I don't know how to thank you, sir. This 1.5 hours was so interesting with a lot of messages, so much of powerful messages to me and to all those who are listening to us. Thank you very much, sir. And again, a big namaskaram to you. And may God bless you with all the good things in life, great health and happiness. May your company grow in leaps and bounds, and and make us all Coimbatorians proud, sir. Thank you so much for coming in. And all those who are listening to us, thank you very much for joining us. And until we meet again for another duologue, thank you. Narayanan, sir.
Thank you very much. Before you close, I want to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. And I do hope that the listeners are able to at least get something good from what is spending 1.5 hours. I hope it was useful. And I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, with your blessings. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.